the girl took out a syringe. She only wanted to play a joke on the boy. She planned to inject it into his hand. A few months ago, Jack had just moved to this village. It was far from the city, but the people here lived happily. Jack made many friends here, and Mary lived in the village too. She waited every day for Jack to go to school with her. Jenny had a cheerful personality. She was the oldest student in the class and served as the class president. Then there was Carly and Lisa. Though their ages differed, they still had a great time playing together. They often played group games. There were many types of games, with no set rules. The loser would get a drawn-on face. Some would even be punished by wearing a maid outfit. Jack quickly became friends with them. One evening, Jack accompanied Mary to the junkyard. This was Mary's secret treasure spot. She often came here to look for things she liked. If she found something she liked, she'd bring it home. Seeing Mary in this place, Jack thought life in the countryside was simple and beautiful. Just then, a photographer wearing a green hat passed by. He asked Mary what she was looking for. Jack jokingly said she was looking for the dismembered body. The photographer was shocked. Jack added that one hand was still missing. But to Jack's surprise, the photographer didn't seem scared. He thought there must have been a murder here. Jack still didn't understand what was going on. After the photographer left, Jack asked Mary what had happened in the past. Mary said she only moved to this village last year. She knew that a dam had once been built here, but didn't know the specifics of any incidents. Mary now only wanted to take home a doll buried in the trash mountain. Jack promised to help her dig it out the next day. The next day, after finishing their group game, Jack, who had been drawn with a funny face, asked Jenny about the dam. Jenny said that years ago, the government had decided to build a dam here, but the dam would flood the entire village. Although there were compensation plans, most villagers opposed it. The villagers united and resisted the government. Even powerful people worked with the officials to stop it. They experienced fierce struggles, and in the end, the dam project was cancelled. The villagers won, but Jack was more concerned about whether there had been any injuries or murders during that time. Jenny was sure that nothing like that happened. And then she left. As agreed, Jack accompanied Mary to the junkyard to look for the doll. But the doll was very deep underground. It needed an axe to be dug out. While Mary went to find the tools, Jack found a magazine in the trash. One page mentioned a dismemberment murder case. The murderer used a machete and pickaxe to kill the victim, then used an axe to dismember the body into 6 pieces. One of the murderers had still not been caught. The real event in Jenny's answer made Jack feel that things weren't as simple as they seemed. At that moment, Mary came back with a machete. Jack thought it was normal for Jenny to use a machete to dig out the doll. The murder case was in the past, so there was no need to be afraid. Now, he was happily playing with Mary, and the village's Cotton Flow Festival was coming up. It was a traditional holiday. At night, the shrine maiden would perform a ceremony. The villagers would put old cotton quilts into the river to show gratitude to the river. The most important thing was that there would be many vendors selling things that night. Jack and the others decided to use a game to determine the winner, but soon Jack felt sad. That night, he ran into the photographer again. This time, a woman was with him. Jack had learned that the photographer was a freelance photographer. He came to the village every year to capture the seasonal landscapes and wildlife. Jack wanted to ask the photographer for more details about the dismemberment case, but his answer was strange. Because the